the problem. That would be defense. Here's Steve Kerr.
I think the main thing is our defense has just been bad. It's been bad for 6-7 games now, I think. So it's hard to win in this league when you're looking like we are defensively with so many holes in our game. Whether it's tonight it was just on-ball defense. They just spent the entire game at the front of the rim. Couldn't guard our man. Last game it was box outs, back cuts. Every game it's been something a little different. So our defense has just been really poor, and if that's the case, it's tough to win. So we got to get better with it.
Stephen A., tell me this. Obviously, the Warriors were looking like world beaters. They get Clay back.
Yep.
I know you're very high on them. Do you still have them coming out of the West with these struggles of late?
I still do. I have not jumped off that bandwagon. Now, what I will say is this. The Phoenix Suns do give you cause to pause momentarily. Mm-hmm. Right now, the Phoenix Suns have the best backcourt in basketball. Chris Paul, at age 36, is the best point guard in the world. Let's think about that for a second. Put Monica up on that screen. Mm-hmm. I want to make sure I see her face when I say something like that. Because Chris Paul, Molly, Monica, Chris Paul at age 36 is the best point guard in the world right now. Now, I can't speak to what's going to happen to May in June. Right now, the way Chris Paul has played this season, this dude is unreal. It's unreal. And Devin Booker has arrived. That brother is a star personified. Yeah. I know this. But Steph Curry. And you see Klay Thompson coming, just like I told y'all he was coming. I told y'all, I said his game, his success ain't predicated on athleticism and speed. That brother got a stroke. He is one of the top 5 shooters in the history of basketball. And ladies and gentlemen, he is coming, okay? I'm sorry. Hasn't Draymond Green been out? Isn't he really the floor general? First of all, he's an elite defender. He was in line for Defensive Player of the Year. Monica knows this. And on top of it all, he's your orchestrator. Nobody sets up Klay and Steph better than Draymond Green. He'll be back. Wiseman, I've been told, will be back in the beginning of March. All right, he's a 7-footer with skills. Okay. And let's not forget, now, again, Phoenix picked up Biyombo and JaVale McGee to back up DeAndre Ayton. That's significant because Dario Saric goes down in the finals. Frank Kaminsky ain't going to do but so much. And you going up against the Greek Freak, that was problematic. That's why they got a couple of big boys to back up DeAndre Ayton. Well, if you're the Warriors, pay attention to that. Look at the buyout market. You got a Robin Lopez potentially. You got a DeAndre Jordan potentially, okay? You got a Derek Favors potentially. I just need a big body, Monica, to give me 6 fouls. To give me 6 fouls in a few minutes. A big body to give me 6 fouls a few minutes and be able to rebound a little bit. That's all I need if I'm the Warriors. That's all I need. I need a big body. I need somebody with some beef, okay, that can give me about 10 minutes a game to rebound and to be some kind of big body opposed. I don't need anything else if I'm the Warriors. I don't need anything else. I got the guards. I got the shooters. I got the athletes. I'm not worried about a thing. So when I look at them against Phoenix, I know that Phoenix is legit. It's big time. It's an encounter that's waiting to come in. Memphis is sitting back saying, excuse me, we got something to say about all of this. We'll be in the mix too. We shall see. Utah, because my brother Donovan Mitchell is so special. I'm just so sorry he doesn't get the help that he richly deserves. But that's a story for another day, okay? I'm just looking at it, and I'm saying y'all sleep on the Warriors all y'all want to. Y'all keep talking about they slipping. Ain't no slippage. They don't have all their horses. But they shall. And when they do, you mark my words, okay? They will be in the conference finals. I assume Phoenix is going to get there, and then we shall see. We shall see. I'm rolling with the Warriors. I ain't jumping off the bandwagon.
The Lakers
I'm not jumping
lost
off.
to them by 2 points Saturday.
I don't give a damn. So what? So what? It's a regular season game. Mere bag of shells. Probably was looking forward to the Super Bowl. They probably was looking forward to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
That's probably. I'm not worried about them. Doesn't matter. They're the Warriors. Go ahead, Monica.
Okay. All right. You make great arguments, Stephen A. And we agree on this. The conference finals out west will likely be the Warriors and Phoenix, but I still maintain that the Phoenix Suns are the teams to beat. I think what happens with the Warriors, and rightfully so, we attach everything they got going. And not that they are not a championship caliber team again this year, but it's still a target on their back because of the dynasty and because of what was. And I think that lures away some of the acknowledgement that a team like the Phoenix Suns deserve. You started the conversation, Stephen A., pointing out how dynamic and well-rounded the Phoenix Suns are. And to me, the experience from last year and the continuity that they maintain makes them just as, if not, should be, depending on opinion, slightly more favored to run it back compared to the Warriors. I got to give you a credit. Klay Thompson drops 32 the other night.
33.
He looks fantastic. 33, I'm sorry.
Yes.
He looks fantastic in his return. It was so good to see him catch and shoot in rhythm, confident, emotional, pumping his fist the whole bit. Right. Draymond Green coming back, that's one guy that I think when you talk about adding him to the mix, you don't question what that will do to the established chemistry or flow, just because he is that much of an integral part about that Warriors offense in terms of facilitating. However, when I look at this Phoenix Suns squad, all they have done all season long is to continue to improve. And it's not just about Chris Paul, who leads the league in assists per game. It's not just about Devin Booker, who is rightfully so an all-star and tremendous. It's about all of those role players who are a year older and a year sharper and gaining more experience. And I would almost argue, because of folks like yourself, many a basketball consumer who continue to ping the Warriors as the team to beat, they get to fly just a little bit under the radar and quietly handle their business and keep getting better.
A couple of things. Number one, I threw some names out there. I was going to mention Tristan Thompson, but he already ended up in Indiana. I don't know who the hell's available or who the hell's going to be bought out, so I apologize if I missed anybody, if I added names that shouldn't be met. I'm just talking about anybody 6'9" and above with a big body. Okay,
trying to
that's
win.
all the Warriors need.
I get it.
That's number one. Number two, Monica, I must say,
what you need?
If I was a defendant and you were my defense attorney, I'd have to fire you. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.